Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. I'm Nosgard Silverclaw here with our character, Anhasi Silverclaw, and today we're going to go after Karliah because of what she did to our guild when she left. So, upon approaching the Snowvile Sanctum where Mercer told us to meet him, the first thing we notice is a dead horse. And this horse has got, an archery potion and a poison. Well, that's suspicious, isn't it? Not normally things you'd find in a horse. Maybe Mercer has more info on that for us.
Good. You're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Karliah is still inside.
You spotted her?
No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead.
Understood.
Just make certain you keep your eyes open. Karliah is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here.
Alright, I'm gonna ask him a few questions just to give you some more insight on why this quest is a big deal. So, how did Gallus die exactly?
25 years ago, I was standing outside these very same ruins. Gallus told me to meet here, but he wouldn't say why. When I arrived, Gallus stepped from the shadows. Before he uttered a sound, an arrow pierced his throat. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest.
So, you're trying to tell me this little girl took out the Guildmaster of the Thieves Guild and another, at the time wasn't Guildmaster, but very talented thief by herself.
Karliah was a master marksman, and her greatest weapon was the element of surprise. I was lucky. She missed my heart by mere inches. I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that I realized the bitch had poisoned her arrows.
And what about Gallus?
The last thing I saw was Karliah dumping his body into an opening atop the ruins. An unceremonious end for a remarkable man. To this day I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying. I owed Gallus that much.
I see. We could ask him more, but I think...
Let's get going. I want her head on my mantle.
I think he's pretty much summed it up well enough for us. You can ask him for more details if you want. He'll explain how he came to power and all that, but that doesn't matter. I've got enough. I'm here, we're angry, and we've got a pretty good reason. Coming, Mercer? Thank you. So, well, that's odd. How are we supposed to get in? I can't pick this. How do we get in, Mercer?
They say that these ancient Nordic burial mounds are sometimes impenetrable. This one doesn't look too difficult.
It doesn't. I can't pick that to save my life.
Quite simple, really. I don't know what the fuss is about these locks. All it takes is a bit of know-how, not a lot of skill. That should do it. After you.
That should do it. I just got served, thief style. Alright, everyone.
Karliah's been through here. What does she expect to find?
Don't know, Mercer, but it doesn't matter.
The stench in here. This place smells of death.
Now, you should, of course, be sneaking. Yeah, I'll be on my guard, yada. You should be sneaking through here, of course, but since I know where all the enemies are, I can speed up a little bit. First thing you want to note is the chest here begging to be opened, but don't. Instead, disable the trap that's cleverly hidden, or not so cleverly hidden, I suppose, on the side of it, and then you can open it without setting off the trap. The trap is that in this one, and in this one, there are two draugr just waiting to jump out and gank you. But now they can't leave because I disabled the trap safely before I took the loot. Beyond that, this room you do want to sneak in, because, well...
Pull the chain over there and watch out for the spikes. Looks like Karliah reset all of the traps.
There's like 5 or 6 dead draugr in this room. However, that's the trick. You think the room's clear? This one's not dead yet. And when I pull this chain to open this gate, he would have gotten up. By the way, when you pull the chain, jerk back quickly. You don't want to get hit by that. And you can actually take damage from the vase that goes flying by, so make sure you stand far enough back to avoid that as well. Now up ahead we have a sleeping draugr and a sleeping draugr. Now, we don't have sleeping draugr. Stealth characters, if you know how to play them, are very, very powerful, as you're seeing now. And this is why I don't like bow characters, because with a bow, I couldn't have pulled that off. Hey. Come on, work with me, people. Ah! Almost had it that time. So yeah, today's lore topic, it's gonna be a philosophical thing. It's not so much a lore topic as I want you guys to join me in the comments and discuss this with me, okay? Whoa, I just reset that trap. Luckily I had it disabled before I walked over it. So today's lore topic, one second while I take this fellow out. I want to discuss grave robbing, okay? Because I'm a little confused on this one. By the way, draugr, no problem there. Now watch this, it's kind of cool. Something Mercer's gonna say in a minute. Come on, Mercer.
There's 2 more of them ahead.
I see one, right? And it's sleeping. He's talking about those 2. How could he know from back there? Is he just that good? Apparently he is. Now the trick is to hug the back wall and take out this one first, okay? Now you want to talk to Mercer.
Yes, yes. What is it now?
And
that's enough of this unnecessary chatting. We need to keep
if
going.
it was any other follower that was not scripted like this one, I could have said wait here and then gone on without him, which is what I need to do. By the way, the tripwire does not appear active. That's a bug. It is active. So jump over it and watch what happens, because I have a follower that I don't want. Oh wow, he didn't set it off. How about that? Now this one's going to come over here. He's going to wake up automatically. He always does right there. Wait for the right moment and then take him. And just like that, we can proceed forward. And because the guy saw my shadow, Mercer jumps into I want to kill you mode, even though that's completely unnecessary. Now hold on, here's what we're going to do, okay? I want to put them there, drop the light, and then, well, that should take care of most of the work for me. And if Mercer's an idiot and stands in fire, that's his business. But that is how we deal with that. But yeah, see, if Mercer wasn't here, I would have let them see me right there. I would have looped back here, used an arrow to put them in the stuff, dropped that on them, and then they would have burned to death. But because Mercer's here, the moment I got even like the slightest amount of detection, like long before we were actually spotted, he jumps into I want to kill you mode. It's just how followers work, and that's why I don't like bringing them. Enough of that though, we have a lore topic. Today we're going to talk about... We're not going to talk about flutes and gold. No, today we're going to talk about grave robbing. Now, it is generally agreed upon by, well, pretty much everyone everywhere in the world of Skyrim that grave robbing is the lowest of the low. Even thieves look down on grave robbers, and that says something. I mean, come on, the thieves don't even like it. And the assassins don't even like it, for God's sake. Everyone thinks grave robbing is just low in this universe. By the way, see this grade here? This can be used for a very good sniping perch, like so. Now I've got one less to deal with. Okay, that one was a Westler, so I'm not going to kill him so easy. But that's okay. I took out one through the peephole long before I got there, which makes this a lot easier for me. Of course, now I've taken out 2, and now there's only 1 left. I'll fight him. Mercer, get your ass back here. We're sniping. We're not going down there and killing everybody. Where the hell are you going? You see why I don't like followers, people? I think I've beat that dead horse enough, though. I'm going to drop it. You see what I mean? Like, what are you doing, Mercer? I've picked off 2 of the weak ones, which will make it easier to take out the last guy.
Clever. To wake the draugr, I bet. Don't blunder into any of them.
So as long as we don't touch the bone chimes, we're safe from the draugr. That's what they're trying to say. As you can see, nobody wakes up unless I touch the bone chime. So all I gotta do is carefully maneuver through them, and I can clean this room out with little to no danger to to myself. Wow, he fell right through his own grave. That's interesting. And now that they're dead, we are safe. Still gonna try and avoid them just to be... Oh, one more. That's a good thing I was avoiding them. Now we're safe. Okay. 3 Thieves is a skill book. It's actually a pretty good skill book, but apparently we've already read it this playthrough, so never mind. I didn't realize I'd already read that one. So yeah, just go around the bone chimes. It ain't that hard, guys. Pull the lever, and you're safe to progress through. But yeah, everyone in the game agrees that grave robbing is really scummy, really low down. It's not something to be proud of. Not something you should partake in. And yet, right now, freeze up a moment. This is scripted. That guy comes out no matter what you do. But that's alright. As you can see, we're nowhere near detection. Mercer's not even acting up, and he still came pouring out of his coffin. So that's, you have to just be ready for that. Now, right here, I would use an arrow misdirection, but I can't because, well, Mercer gets really, really fidgety when I get the slightest amount of noise made. So instead, we're going to come up and do it the hard way, and probably get seen by the second one. Or not. That works too. I actually did expect that to turn into a bigger fight. Nope, it's going to be a fight, okay. By the way, that red stuff coming out, Mercer's using an enchanted sword. That's what that is, in case you aren't aware. With that out of the way, we've now cleared this room. I could have picked off that third Restless with arrows like I did the first two, but I figured, why? Pretty much I said, why? It'll be quicker to just come down here and cut him myself. My archery's not great after all. Here's the first one we took out, by the way. And if you remember, there was a rat that came wandering out as well, so there will be a skeever up ahead that we're going to need to take care of. In fact, I can hear it from here. That would be the skeever in question. Now be careful, that skeever will set off the draugr as well, so you gotta take him out quick and quiet if you can. One, and... Are you kidding me? Wow, Mercer, it's a skeever, calm down, dude. Good lord. So yeah, with that out of the way, we can loop around here, and that'll progress us further into the dungeon. However, I just wanted to take care of the skeever so I could run for this part without setting off detection. There is more that I want to do before we head on. I actually want to go up this staircase over here, because we're going to do some bona fide grave robbing. So you can see we've got a draugr up ahead, so stay out of the light for a minute. Now that he's got his back to us, it's the time to move forward and take him. And just like that, target down. All these other draugr over here are dead already. Like I said, it's not a hard area. If you know what you're doing, and you keep low to the ground, watch out for traps, this is not difficult, okay? It's really not. So then, like, right here we're going into a side room, right? And we're going in here because there's something we want. Looks generally secure enough in here. And the thing we want, not these potions, but I will take them, is we want this model ship. This is an ancient model ship for a Nord boat that they came to this continent on. It's a priceless artifact of the dead is what I'm getting at. Mercer, back up. Mercer, back here, please. However, a good thief knows when it's too obvious that there's a good thing here. As soon as I pick that up, it would have set off all that stuff over here. Like the pots fall when the weight is removed. It's much safer to set them off prematurely. The downside is now I have to go find my ship. It flew off, so this could take a few minutes. It could take it could take a lot more than a few minutes, but it was either that. I know you're in there. Come on out. Nope, you don't want to come out. It was either that. It was either set them off prematurely and launch the ship, or take the ship and get lit on fire. So now we gotta look for it. Yeah, it'd give me time to talk about my lore some more anyway. So in Oblivion, there is a quest that I think I've mentioned in the past, actually, where they actually do talk about grave robbing and how the punishment for it is death. Now, I don't particularly care for the notion of death, so... Oh, here it is, found it. See? It flew off there, landed down here. And now we got our ship, which is of course another collectible for Delvin, without actually getting lit on fire, so we can head on, happily content with our new little toy. Time to get down again. So yeah, in Oblivion, there is a quest in the Imperial City that tells you that grave robbing penalty is death, and it's like your character shows great disdain for it in the way you handle the quest. Like the quest flavor text at the end even says, you know, you realize with great disgust that this man is a grave robber and must die for his crimes, yada yada yada.
Slipping past these draugr must have been child's play for her.
So, you know, there is that. In this game, the quest we did in the last video, actually. Just in the last video alone, they were talking about how, you know, that professional fence who works for the Thieves Guild was all horrified and upset about the fact that he robs the dead, because that's so much worse than robbing the living. Now, whether or not you think that's a big deal, by the way, 2 draugr sleeping, take them quick and quiet. Make that 3. There's quite a lot here, that's why you want to take them out nice and quick and, you know, before they get up and cause problems. There's some patrolling draugr down here we gotta be ready for, so I'm gonna wait here in the shadows for the right moment, which is now, and then we're gonna come up behind him and take him right before he turns again if we do it right. See? Right before he turns. We have just enough time. Definitely want to do this because, well, if you don't... I mean, you don't have to. I can pull the chain. By the way, move. Mercer, you're an idiot. Those parts were there to hide the trap that was behind there. As soon as you open the door, the poison comes out. Another one here. Easy peasy. Now right here we have more bone chimes that wake up draugr that are sleeping behind them. They will not wake up based on movement. They should be waking up, but they don't. This part is hard. I recommend you save, because this jump is very precise and there's no guarantee I'm going to make it. If I don't make this jump, I'm going to have to fight them the hard way. Full disclosure, I don't think it's worth it. See? Here we go. I didn't make the jump, now we gotta fight.
Hardly a challenge.
There is, however, an alternative to that we can do if you don't want to fight them. And you still want the loot and you're not sure you can make the jump by me. Of course I'm speaking of archery. If you got a solid bow, you could put an arrow in them. The first one won't kill them, but you can generally take them down before they finish rising from their graves. And then you can knock the bone chime away with no danger. And now we can take our loot in peace. But yeah, that one, I don't think it's worth it, because I mean, it's just some generic loot, and you're probably going to not be able to jump the chime. It can be done, it's just really, really hard. It's like a really precise jump. But it's not impossible, I mean, you can do it if you give it enough tries. And that's also why I killed everybody else before trying, so they wouldn't wake up upon the bone chime breaking.
We're on the right track. She's been through here as well.
How he can tell that, I have no idea, but like I said, that's why he's the master, and I'm not. Mercer, get out of my way. Mercer, get out of the way, Mercer, please. Okay, this one's being glitchy. He should be walking up the stairs. But if you want to stay against the wall and get stabbed in the back, that's fine by me. So yeah, I mean, in the last video we were talking all disgusted about the grave robbing. And I'll cover that some more in a moment, because Mercer's going to start talking again.
That door up ahead looks perfect for hiding an ambush. Be ready.
An ambush, huh? If only I could put out these candles, but I can't. Now that was an interesting trap of Karliah's. You see what she did? She put the vases against the door so when it opens, the draugr would all wake up from the noise. That was really clever, and I think that was one of the better traps in the whole dungeon. It's just really clever use of the environment. By the way, if you hear that noise, there was a dragon wall up ahead. There's also a bunch of draugr around here. Like one here. Problem solved. I like to go around the outskirts and take out the top two last. First off, I can get rid of this wall, which is very noisy, and I just want it to shut up, so let's go take care of that. And it dims your vision. So now we got the disarm ability, which is nice to have. And now Mercer's gonna go pick a fight that does not need to be picked. But at least I took care of the outside like I said I would. So here he comes. Wait for it. That's a White Lord. You don't want to mess with him. You gotta just freeze up here, wait for him to turn, hit him in the back with all you got. And he ran off to hit Mercer. That's not good. These things are pretty tough. As you can see here, I have been disarmed. Where's my weapon? Give me back my weapons. This is the problem. This is also why I hate fighting them. They can literally throw your weapon on the ground, so let's re-equip those. Mercer, could you the hand? Now mind you, I would not have had to fight them if I didn't have a follower. But I have a follower. Yay. Stop that. And he's not even helping. Oh, there he goes. Okay, Mercer, help me out. This thing's pretty scary. I mean, like, I could have taken him, but because I got a slight amount of detection, he came running down the stairs and Mercer picked a fight. So ends the lesson indeed. So, I mean, thankfully, I shouldn't complain too much. Mercer did kill the other one that was up here, so I didn't have to. And the reason to come up here at all would be to get this chest, and I figured, you know, I'll show it. It does have, well, in this case it has poison in it, which I do like poison. But, yeah, I really don't like followers being with me when I'm doing stealth, guys. It really makes it unnecessarily more difficult, and you get punished for things that aren't your fault because of it. I'm done ranting about it. I just don't like it. Anyway, here we've got a bear trap that's kind of painfully obvious. And we're detected. Don't ask me how, because everybody is dead, but we're detected. I'm assuming by Mercer himself, because he's now into the scripted mode.
Ah, it's one of the infamous Nordic puzzle doors. How quaint. Without the matching claw, they're normally impossible to open. Since I'm certain Karliah already did away with it, we're on our own. Fortunately, these doors have a weakness if you know how to exploit it. Quite simple, really. Karliah is close, I'm certain of it. Now let's get moving.
Now you see how as soon as he re-entered follower mode, I lost that detection? That's because he's the one who sees me. No one else sees me but him. I've been a thief long enough to know when I'm about to get ambushed. I've spent a lot of time doing it. There are 2 pillars that somebody could be hiding behind. They could come from the side door. This room is too big and too open not to be an ambush. Mercer, this is a bad idea, but you're telling me to go on, so we're gonna do it. Fuck. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it, guys! Now I'm dead. Mercer, get her.
Do you honestly think your arrow will reach me before my blade finds your heart?
Give me a reason to try.
You're a clever girl, Karliah. Buying Golden Glow Estate and funding Honningbrew Meadery was inspired.
To ensure an enemy's defeat, you must first undermine his allies. It was the first lesson Gallus taught us.
You always were a quick study.
Not quick enough, otherwise Gallus would still be alive.
Gallus had his wealth and he had you. All he had to do was look the other way.
Did you forget the oath we took as Nightingales? Did you expect him to simply ignore your methods?
Enough of this mindless banter. Come, Karliah. It's time for you and Gallus to become reunited.
Stab her? Stab her? Don't let her just drink the potion.
I'm no fool, Mercer. Crossing blades with you would be a death sentence, but I can promise the next time we meet, it will be your undoing.
I can still see her. She's invisible, but I can see the glowing mark of her walking out of the room. Mercer.
How interesting. It appears Gallus's history has repeated itself. Karliah has provided me the means to be rid of you, and this ancient tomb becomes your final resting place. But do you know what intrigues me the most? The fact that this was all possible because of you. Farewell. I'll be certain to give Brynjolf your regard.
Wait, no, I'm not quite dead yet. Don't... What? Ah, you asshole. Ever heard the expression, honor among thieves?
Easy. Easy. Don't get up so quickly. How are you feeling?
You shot me! How do you think I'm feeling?
No. I saved your life. My arrow was tipped with a unique paralytic poison. It slowed your heart and kept you from bleeding out. Had I intended to kill you, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Why didn't you kill me then? I came here to murder you.
My original intention was to use that arrow on Mercer, but I never had a clear shot. I made a split-second decision to get you out of the way, and it prevented your death.
Then... You know what? I just found out that the Guildmaster betrayed us all. He just tried to kill me. Why didn't you shoot him?
I promise you, the thought crossed my mind. The poison on that arrow took me a year to perfect. I only had enough for a single shot. All I had hoped was to capture Mercer alive.
Why do you want him alive? Cut his throat.
Mercer must be brought before the Guild to answer for what he's done. He needs to pay for Gallus's murder.
And now how do you propose we prove that?
My purpose in using Snowvale Sanctum to ambush Mercer wasn't simply for irony's sake. Before both of you arrived, I recovered a journal from Gallus's remains. I suspect the information we need is written inside.
Well, What information?
I wish I knew. The journal is written in some sort of language I've never seen before.
Could you translate it?
Enther. Gallus's friend at the College of Winterhold. Of course. It's the only outsider Gallus trusted with the knowledge of his Nightingale identity.
What's a Nightingale?
There were 3 of us. Myself, Gallus, and Mercer. We were an anonymous splinter of the Thieves Guild in Riften. Perhaps I'll tell you more about it later. Right now, you need to head for Winterhold with the journal and get the translation. Here, take these as well. They may prove useful for your journey.
So yeah, everyone, she gave us a bunch of poisons, because she's a poisoner. And, yeah, we just had some serious plot dropped on us. It turns out, Karliah did not murder the Guildmaster. She is not the reason the guild has gone through such a bad slump since Gallus died. It was actually Mercer Frey, our current Guildmaster, who killed him, because of reasons we don't yet fully understand, but we will go over later.
Remember, speak only to Enther. Trust no one else.
You're pretty cute for a dark elf. If you hadn't just shot me, I'd try and get in your pants, but let's not worry about that right now. By the way, sorry about your horse. So yeah. Last thing I want to go over really quick, let's wrap up our lore topic and call it a video, shall we? So, here's the thing, right? We just got done performing grave robbery, and, you know, it's not considered stealing by game mechanics, and we are considered a hero as a Dragonborn, not this character. This character is kind of a scumbag, but in general, you're a hero, okay? Even if you're not a member of the Thieves Guild, you can be part of the Companions Guild, and they send you into ancient tomes to take things from the dead, and everybody loves the Companions. The mages do it, and, well, okay, people don't love the mages, but they're not criminals. And yet, grave robbing is such a serious offense that I was sent to go kill an entire guild, and part of the reason was because they committed grave robbery. This is a double standard. Now, viewers, the point of today's lore topic is I want you to tell me, what's the difference? What exactly makes what I'm doing here okay, and robbing somebody from, say, the cemetery in Whiterun, what makes that morally wrong? Or is it not more, or is it the same standard and the game just got a double standard across the whole game? I want your opinion on this. And I want you to think about it next time you're plundering some dungeon full of draugr. You're apparently committing one of the worst crimes in this game, especially those of you who play quote-unquote good guy characters. But with that, I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, and next time we're going to have to try and handle the situation with, well, the now revealed situation with Mercer Frey. Have a good one.